It is time to start, but I am going to give a little bit more time for our other two students, just in case they're having network issues.
It's all right.
Thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Um, and hopefully the rest of the people will be able to um, connect with us. um, my name is Carla Denham, and I'm your professor for this class. I'm welcoming, we have three people in here right now. Um, and so how about we introduce each other just for a moment um, and then we'll get more into what the class is about. Who would like to go first? Just your name and where you're from.
Good day, Professor. My name, I don't, can everyone hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay, my name is
Mhm.
Ronaldo Via and I'm from Cape Town in South Africa.
Oh, very good.
Good day, everyone. My name is Tommy Via. from Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm Ronaldo Via's husband.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Helen, and I'm from Indonesia.
Very good. Thank you. And I'm from the United States, Arizona, and that's on the border of Mexico. So we're right next to each other and more on the Pacific Ocean side rather than the Atlantic Ocean side. So, all right. I'm excited for this class because I feel that people are usually good writers if they've made it this far in life. And I get to help you explore some more concepts of writing. And so I'm very excited to do that with you. Um, the class right before yours, we had fun. We had people learning a lot. We had a lot of discoveries. We had a lot of moments of, oh my, I didn't know that. So that's where I really enjoy teaching. And for my other position, I am a classroom teacher during the daytime here, and I teach students with autism. So I get to be with the littles during the day, and the olders, olders or adults, you guys, um, in the afternoon. So I'm very excited. So this makes me happy. Um, I am going to turn off my camera, but I'm going to share some items on your screen. So if you could please be patient with me, I would like to. It takes a minute for things to come up when I share something on my screen. Um, so it's, I'm still learning, believe it or not, this technology piece. And so I just saw someone pop in. I saw Susan pop in and then she left again. She's trying. I bet you it's her network too. If Nope, not Susan. What? Oh, it might be Susan. She is in the next class. Um, hmm, okay, well, I'll let her know that she's in the next class. It was good of you, to a few of you to test out the room and see if you could get in. That was very smart. That's probably what she's doing right now. Okay, so I will be asking at various times, can you see this? Or do you see what's on the screen? And just yes or no, and that will help me determine if I'm screen sharing the correct thing or not. Okay, so let me bring this down. First, I am going to go over the syllabus. So, all right. So can you see the blue fully equipped Bible Institute banner on your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yay, thank you.
Yes, it.
Very good. Okay, so we have, let me shrink this other thing down. Okay, um, I know you're all very competent adults, So I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to go over some important parts and so that you know how to get a hold of me and what the information is. Okay. And I also scroll slowly because sometimes when people scroll quickly, it messes with my eyes, and so I don't want to get sick to my stomach or make anybody else sick to their stomach when they scroll really fast. Okay, so here's the class, English Composition 101. The letters and numbers before the class, this just indicates that it's WI winter and it's the first session of winter. If there needed to be, there would be 2 sessions of winter, but you're in winter 1 right now, and the year is 26. So we have WI 0126. Some people had asked that what that means before in another class. Okay, contact information. There's my email. It's just my first name, period, and my last name at fullyequippedbibleinstitute.org. And technical support is info at the same. And you have the Zoom meeting. That's in case you ever lose it. It will be on the syllabus as well. To save that, it's the same every single week. Course information, when it is, that would be right now. And I also have a weird sense of humor, so sometimes I laugh to myself. It's okay if you don't get my weird jokes. I just, I have to get a little sense of humor in there somewhere. I mean, why not?
You're all right.
Okay. Okay, good deal. Office hours, if you need to speak to me about anything, I do have office hours available. They're small because I usually answer questions quickly if you email them to me. So unless I'm sleeping and then I'm not getting them. So go ahead and email me, excuse me, and I will get back with you as soon as possible. But if you'd like to have some one-on-one time, I am available for that too. Okay, course description, English composition, we're just writing, learning some strategies, um, some, excuse me, outcomes and goals, writing process. Uh, I just know that you're going to, excuse me, learn a lot and enjoy the class, I hope. Learning objectives. Okay, textbooks. We have 3 textbooks that are listed. The first one is They Say, I Say, The Moves That Matter in Academic Writing. The second one is The Craft of Research. And the third one is The Elements of Style. Now, the third one is optional. Don't worry about downloading it if you're having trouble. That one is just a good book for all classes. If you have a question or you need to reference something, look something up about writing, it's a good book to go to. It's older than dirt. I used it when I was in high school. Um, it's just something that's been around a while. Um, They Say, I Say, and The Craft of Research. Those two, we have some assigned readings, and it's got really good information in it that you'll be able to apply to uh, different weeks as we go and we learn. So if you're struggling to download them, Don't stress about it. And I'm going to say that a lot in this class. Don't stress. You have enough to worry about with your own personal life and your ministry. So no stressing about this stuff. Okay, other readings. To strengthen your skills as a writer, you are requested to read widely and consistently. This includes course texts, assigned readings, and additional materials of your own choosing. That means if you want to read a book for pleasure, you can do that. The more you read articles, essays, stories, reputable online publications, and books, the more you will expand your vocabulary, sharpen your critical thinking, and develop the tools needed for effective composition. Basically, just read. Read the read the newspaper, read the online blogs, read books for fun, read informational books, read everywhere, and just open your eyes to how things are being said and what's being said and the way that the author is trying to get their message across. It just really helps if you look at reading like it's new again, because by now people have read their whole life and it's kind of the same thing over and over. But if you look at it from if it was new again, sometimes you might get messages out of it that you hadn't thought of before. Okay, here's the grading breakdown. We have some major essays. We have three. They are the narratives, um, analytical, and argumentative. Those are three different kinds. They're each worth 150 points and 450 points total possible. Then we've got a research paper, I can't talk today, or your final project, which is 20% or 200 points. And don't worry about that yet. It's a bigger paper, but it's just got some extra parts to it. So by then you'll be able to do it just fine. The reading quizzes and in-class discussions, that one is not difficult. That is, I will help you with that greatly. That's 20 points per assignment, basically per class, and that's worth 200 points. And participation and attendance. 15 points per class if you show up, and that's 150 points possible, and 1,000 total points possible. It seems like a lot, but we could take the zeros off of everything and it would look a lot less intimidating. We could get this done easily, and the most difficult part probably will be trying to get the details in there. So I'll explain more about that later, but here's just the grading breakdown. We have assignments and grading policy. It's not much. Typical 90 to 100% is an A, and 80 to 89% is a B, and so on. It will be hard to fail this class, very hard. Okay, class policies, attendance. Your attendance matters. Late work, if you turn it in late, and I'm talking really, really, really late, there'll be a penalty. Academic integrity, meaning don't plagiarize, don't copy from each other, just have some integrity. Participation, you go ahead and answer questions or ask questions or um, laugh at my weird jokes. You can do that too. Anything that you need to prove that you're still there and breathing and listening. And technology use, that's a funny one because you're here right now. So you're obviously using Zoom and participating. So that's just a weird one. Okay, so I will be sending this uh, syllabus to you in your email. Anything that I show on screen here, I will email to you each week. So you will have a chance to print it if you want. You will have a chance to save it and reference it at a later time if you want. But I will make sure to send it. And it might be the same day. It might be Monday because today is Saturday and it's almost over for you. Sunday, I don't do anything for work. I save that for Jesus. He's my guy I hang out with on Sundays. And Monday, I also go back to work. So then I would do all the things, email, answer questions, and things like that. So just letting you know. If you need something urgently, though, you can email. I will check emails. Okay, let's see. So this is week 1. Today's date is January 10th, 2026. The topic is Introduction to College Writing. The description tells what we're going to be doing, the course overview, syllabus, expectations. We're going to talk about the diagnostic essay, the writing process overview, which is pre-writing, drafting, and revising, and narrative writing technique. That's introduction to your first, your first graded essay. And then the assignment column says read They Say, I Say, chapters 1 and 10. That's not a typo. It really is chapters 1 and 10. And if you read chapters 1 and 2, that's good too. And reading analysis, which I will explain in a little bit. And then the due date, your reading analysis that I will go over is due next Friday. And that is the day before our second class. If you see that it says January 16th, and then the next class is January 17th. That is the Friday before our next class. And that assignment you will be emailing to me. Okay. And then it goes down each week what week it is, the date, the topic, what needs to be done, and so on. Hopefully it's spelled out clearly so that you can understand what is expected. And let's see. Looks like a lot of pages, but there's a lot of empty space in there. Okay, and that will be it.
It looks like a lot of assignments, Professor, at least to me.
It does look like a lot of assignments. It looks intimidating. And
It is.
yeah, it does. If oh shoot, I should have scanned this little paper I have. There are three 3 papers and a research paper. So basically, there's 4 papers. The rest of it's just reading and maybe responding to some questions, but there's only 4 big assignments. And so you'll have time to get used to it. And that's a lot of writing that I put in there because I wanted to make it like clear when things were due. So it looks so intimidating. And I noticed that and I'm like, I don't know how to make it easier, but yet explain everything. Oh, it's going to be okay. I know you'll do great. Okay, so now that we got the boring stuff out of the way, let's get into the meat of the class. But before we start, I would like to pray because um, this is like the real part of the class. The syllabus is the hello, we're here, we're all awake now. And so if we'll just take a moment and I'll open us up in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you. Thank you for today. As we begin this day of learning, help us slow down and be present. Give us patience when things are hard, grace when we make mistakes, and perseverance when learning feels heavy or a lot. Help this classroom be a place of safety, growth, and respect. Please bless our time together today and help us grow. In your name we pray. Amen. All right. Okay, that was the boring stuff. No, I'm kidding. There's more boring stuff. I'm kidding. Where am I?
Just bring it on.
I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, hi, Susan.
Hello, doctor.
Hello. So you are going to be taking um Advanced English 102. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. So let me see if I can calculate this correct. It's 7. What time is it there right now?
it's 29 minutes past 5.
Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. 5. Does it start at 8 o'clock for you? Because this is English 101, English Composition 101. And so yours is the next class. Right now it's 7:30 a.m. where I am. And so I will be doing this until 9 o'clock a.m. So if it's 5 there, 6, 7. And then I have an hour for office hours. That would be 7 to 8 o'clock your time. And so I think your class starts at 8.
Oh, me.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no problem.
All
I
right.
just want you to go to the right class, um, and not miss it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, I hope that you'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back, doctor.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. All right, so now I'm going to share another see. Next we have, okay. So what I'm about to show you, I'll explain how this works. Okay, on your screen, you should see something that says Week 1 Class Discussion 101. Do you see that?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you. Okay, there's this is an important part of your quiz taking. Every week you have a quiz that you need to take before the next class. So quiz number 1 you would do by Friday. The earlier the better, but at least by Friday so you don't get behind. This, which again, I will email to you, is an important part of that. This particular one starts out with the sentence, the main purpose of a diagnostic essay is to assess student knowledge. You'll notice that the first part of the sentence is regular type. The second part of the sentence is in bold. The second part of the sentence that is in bold is a key part to the sentence. So you'll want to remember that this is something you need to pay attention to. I will have 10 of these sentences or ideas on each week's class discussion. Again, I will be emailing this to you, so pay attention to what is being said so that in case you have questions, you can ask them right away. Other than that, keep this in mind. Save this when you get it in your email, and you may reference it when you are taking your quizzes. I believe it will help you greatly. Okay, so we're going to go over this. Some of it might make sense just as is, and some of it is going like halfway through, it's going to go ahead, and we'll understand more of it when you get to the second part of the class. But again, let's start at the top. The main purpose of a diagnostic essay is to assess student knowledge. We will be doing a diagnostic essay, which I'll explain in just a few minutes. The key, hold on a second. Let me grab my papers. The diagnostic essays help teachers understand each student's current writing skills, strengths, and areas that need improvement before the formal instruction begins. It's not about grading. I won't be grading it, but about identifying where you're starting from so lessons can be tailored to your needs. If everybody here knows how to do a narrative essay or an analytical essay, then I don't need to spend so much time teaching what it is. I can just help guide you in writing it. So it's basically letting me know where you all are. Okay, the key difference between a diagnostic essay and other types of essays is the diagnostic essays do not require citations because their purpose is to evaluate a student's writing ability and critical thinking rather than your research skills. We're not getting into research quite yet. The focus is on how well you can organize ideas, develop arguments, and express thoughts clearly without relying on outside sources. The research one is gathering information from other places. The diagnostic one, you don't know it yet, but you already know everything you'll need to know to write the essay. The main focus of a diagnostic essay is to present the student's own thoughts and ideas, because really it just allows me to see how well you can think independently, organize your information, and communicate clearly without outside help. It's to measure your natural writing voice and reasoning skills before like formal instruction starts. So it'll be fun. Okay, my definition of fun is probably not the same as yours, but it'll be nice. Some elements that make a college essay stand out are a clear and concise writing style, a unique and interesting topic, and a strong introduction and conclusion, because they capture the reader's attention. They make the essay easy to follow and leave a memorable impression. Together, those elements, they um, they show the writer's ability um, to communicate effectively and think creatively, which are really good qualities that colleges value. So when you're writing for other classes, that's always good and important. Okay, I'm going to scroll up. I'm hitting you with a lot of information today. Don't be too overwhelmed, okay? I'm giving everything to you in your email, so breathe. Okay, something to avoid doing in a college essay is to use cliches. Here are some examples. She was very happy. She was on cloud nine. So the cliche part is she was on cloud nine. We don't number our clouds, so that doesn't really make sense. It's just a cliche, just a saying. They were lucky to avoid a bad situation, or they dodged a bullet. Everything will work out eventually, or another way to say that might be every cloud has a silver lining. That part right there is a cliche, so don't use that. Don't judge someone by their appearance. You can't judge a book by its cover. The first part of each of these is good to use. She's very happy. They were lucky to avoid a bad situation. Everything will work out eventually, and don't judge someone by their appearance. Those are good things to use in your essays. The cliches, where it talks about cloud nine, dodged a bullet, silver lining, judging a book by its cover, those are not things that we use in college level writing. So when you're thinking about writing something perhaps for your diagnostic essay, just try to explain things. It's supposed to be in your voice, your natural voice, except try to explain things in plain writing, not in coded writing. They make your writing seem kind of unoriginal and predictable. We want to see your unique perspective and authentic voice. So that's where that comes from. The next thing, let's see, the most important thing to remember when writing a college essay is to write about something that you are passionate about, because genuine interest and enthusiasm make your writing more authentic, engaging, and just creative. When you care about the topic, your personality comes through, which helps me to connect with you and remember your essays or your stories. And that's what you want. You want for me to get lost in your writing and really connect with it, because that is a way for us to connect even over the thousands of miles. It's a good thing. Okay, there we go. Okay. The main purpose of a narrative essay is to describe a personal experience or imagined scenario, because really it just it allows the writer, which is you, to share a story in a way that engages the reader or me. And often it conveys emotions or lessons, maybe insights through the events, and maybe through your experiences that you describe. So, unlike, like, have you heard of expository or persuasive writing? It's or even narrative. That focuses on telling a story with characters in a setting and a sequence of events, um, helping the readers kind of like connect personally with the experiences or ideas being, excuse me, presented. I'll explain more about that in a little bit. Okay, the following are typical characteristics of a narrative essay. Okay, there we were talking about diagnostic. Now we're talking about narrative essays. The use of vivid language and imagery, focus on a central conflict or problem, and use of personal anecdotes and experiences. The vivid language, it really helps readers visualize the story, focus on a problem. When you focus on a problem, it gives the story a direction. It when you include personal anecdotes, it makes it relatable. It just makes the story feel real and meaningful and memorable. Just putting all that in there, vivid language, the conflict. If you read a story for pleasure, like a fictional story that you for enjoyment, you might notice that there's a conflict or one or more main problems in the story, and you can imagine that happening, and then suddenly it resolves, and it gets to where the person can sometimes relate. So that's what a narrative essay would be. Use of vivid language, imagery, focus on conflict or problem, and use of personal anecdotes and experiences. And that is the second part of today's talk. that we'll go over in just a little bit. All right. The following is a good strategy for choosing a topic for narrative essays. Pick a topic that's personal, and meaningful to you because it allows you to write with authenticity, making your story more engaging and relatable. You can easily recall details, emotions, experiences, which it just enriches your imagery and descriptions. You can reflect on the significance of the experience, and it gives your essay depth and purpose, which is a good thing. And the primary goal of the conclusion in a narrative essay is to reflect on the significance of the experience and draw a conclusion because it gives the story meaning. The conclusion isn't just the end of the events. It shows what you learned, how you changed, or why the experience mattered. When you do that, helping the reader understand the purpose of your story, without the reflection, it just the narrative would feel like a list of events rather than a story with insight or emotional impact. So it's important to have a conclusion that is meaningful. Okay, so that had some stuff that maybe you were familiar with, maybe some that you were not familiar with, but we will go over more details and definitions of that. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you top 10 tips for writing a college essay. Wait, did I do that? It takes just a moment here. Does anybody have any quick questions before we go on? And it's a lot of listening. It really
Here,
is. Yeah.
I should
Mm,
raise my hand.
okay.
No, I just wonder, for every assignment with the essays, or with all the theses, writings, is there any like minimum words that you required as, or like pages, or sort of like that?
That is an excellent question. And typically it will say on the assignment itself when that's written down. The first one, the diagnostic essay, that does not have a minimum
Mhm.
because it's just you writing to me, and if there's not a lot to say, then I'm not going to penalize someone for not meeting a minimum requirement. It's just you sharing what you would
Mhm.
like to share. But the other ones, the narrative, analytical, and argumentative, the average word count would be between 500 and 800
I
words.
see.
The
Mhm.
research is a bit more, but you would be surprised at um, how easily it's going to be. to
My
get to
goodness, I thought
500.
you're gonna say 1,000.
Yes. Yes. And um, that's just the minimum though, 500 to 800. So if you keep
Um,
going, I've had people turn in thousands of words. It's a bit much to read, but
mm,
when you're really going at it and just enjoying what you're doing, I don't want you to limit yourself. I want you to be able to express the information.
all right. Thank you, Professor.
Hopefully that answered your question.
It is. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Share this. Okay. So, top 10 tips for writing a college essay. I should make a game out of this, like a game show. But for right now, I'll just go over them. Um, so number one, start early. The more time that you spend on it in the beginning means less stress for you later. Um, you'll have plenty of time to give the essay your best effort if you start early. I know that right now it's the afternoon going into the evening time where you are, so pretty much I know that it's not going to happen tonight. So don't worry about starting on anything tonight. Um, okay, number two, be yourself. Um, one of the biggest things that people try to do is writing about what you think I want to hear. It's not about what I want to hear. It's about you getting your assignment done, but expressing your own feelings, your own thoughts. This is a great place for you to do that in a non-judgmental arena. It just I have no judgments. I have no negative feedback that would be for your topic. And so I want you to know that you don't have to write what you think I want to hear. You have to follow the guidelines, but not topic wise. Number three, be honest. Um, you know, if you're applying to a college, the college admissions officers, they read hundreds of these essays, but this is not college admissions. You're already in, you're secure. Just be yourself. It kind of goes with number two. Um, make it so that it stands out. Make it so that it it doesn't blend in with all the other papers that I have to read. Make it so that also it doesn't sound like something that I've read online. So no plagiarism, things like that. Number four, stay focused. So what you'll do is you'll learn about what you're supposed to write. And just in the back of your mind, as you're going along through your week, think about, oh, maybe I should write this down, or oh, this sounds like something I could use for my essay. Just keep it in the back of your mind, just thinking about it. Number five, put your best foot forward. Um, so I know that we have our professional life, we have our ministry life, um, we have our general public, the way we communicate with the general public. And then we have the way that we communicate with our family and friends. Make sure when you're writing that you put on your professional voice. Make sure it's not like you're talking to your best friend and, you're using emojis to communicate. That's probably, something to save for texting. Okay, number 6, write and rewrite. You can start out your essays if you want on a scratch piece of paper. You can scribble out ideas on a napkin. However it is that you get your ideas, bring them together and put them together in your writing. As you type it out, think about the organization that you have. Just you're not going to just sit down and boom, write an essay. It's probably going to take some thinking and maybe rewriting. So just know that. Number 7, get a second opinion. Basically, um, if you have someone that can look at your writing and say, oh my goodness, this is really, really good, that will help your confidence. If someone looks at it and says, I don't understand, what does this mean? Maybe explain it a little bit more. Just it's called peer editing, and we'll be doing that with our papers. But get a second opinion. See if someone can help you, a friend, a relative, a teacher. See if you can get someone to look at it and help you. Okay, number 8, keep an open mind. Um, Criticism can be hard to hear, but try listening with an open mind. Um, you don't have to, if you give your paper to someone and you don't agree with what they said that you should do, you don't need to do it. Just make sure that what you read, what you write is something that you have strong feelings about, strong opinions, strong facts, and understand that the criticism or correction that comes from them, or usually from them, or from me, is not to put you down, it is to help you grow. And sometimes that's hard, but it is a good thing. Okay, number 9, proofread, proofread, proofread. If something looks great just looking at it, that's great. But when you are reading the sentences word for word, sometimes you miss something. So please proofread your papers. And number 10, don't expect too much from an essay. Well, what does that mean? It means that when you turn it in, it's it's important, but when I look at it, I look at the whole package. I look at um, where you were, where you started with your diagnostic essay. I look at um, the format that you typed it in, if you were listening and following directions. I look at um, the, not necessarily the topic, but have you stayed with the professionalism of the writing and growth? Are you growing, or are you just staying at the same level and not improving? So maybe someone's got a paper that looks amazing and it sounds amazing, but maybe they're not growing. And you've got a paper that you turned in and it doesn't look the same, but maybe it is growth for you. So let's not judge judge each other on papers that we each have. This is just for you to learn to grow. Okay? Don't be too hard on yourself. I know that that's what students do. I was a student as well, and I wish someone would have said that to me because I spent many, many times worrying about what they would think of me if I didn't do it correctly. And I didn't know that they were just seeing if I was following directions, listening, putting their suggestions to use. It just would have been so much nicer had someone said to me, "Don't stress out so much." That would have been great. So don't stress out so much. I'm letting you know that right up front.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love
That's an
that.
encouragement.
Good, good. I'm glad. I'm hoping that you understand that. All right. No problem. Okay. Um, I am going to share a little bit of personal information with this examples of writing that should be on your screen. And um, it has 3 different levels. It has a deliberately bad example, a mediocre example, and or a medium one, and a correct introduction. This is just an introduction. This is not the diagnostic essay. It's just an introduction. So there I've had all levels of writing come across my desk. And when you submit your first diagnostic essay to me by email, don't worry. I will not be judging you. I just want to see where you're at. So, have I gotten papers like this? Yes, I have. Um, so I will go ahead and read this and see if you can tell the difference from one to the other. Um, this first one, the deliberately bad example, it's disorganized, informal, repetitive, and has grammar punctuation mistakes. This is an example of what not to do. Hi, my name is Carla. I live in Arizona, somewhere in the USA. I've been teaching forever, like 22 years or so, I think. Sometimes a teacher, sometimes principal, or whatever. I teach writing stuff to adults, but I also teach little kids at school who have autism. I like reading and writing and hanging out with my family when I'm not too busy. I also really want to help people with God and writing, I guess. Oh, that almost hurts to read, but I would probably say that most people do, if they know they're writing for a college level, they know, maybe I should step it up a little bit. I have had more examples of the next two. The next part has the same information. It's just written in more of a medium level writing. It's still disorganized, it's informal, repetitive, and has grammar punctuation mistakes. It's an example of what not to do if you can help it. Hello, my name is Carla, and I live in Arizona. I've been teaching for a long time, about 22 years, and I've done a lot of different jobs like being a teacher and even a principal. Right now, I work with both adults who want to get better at writing and kids with autism during the day. I like to read, write, and spend time with my family when I can. I also think writing is important for people who want to grow in their faith. That was much better than the last one. So much better. There's still some things that could be corrected, but it sounds better, right? Okay. Okay. Here is a proper formal introduction. It's organized much better and has proper grammar and punctuation. This is a good example. My name is Professor Carla Dunham, and I live in Arizona, United States of America. I have been an educator for 22 years, serving in a variety of roles ranging from classroom teacher to principal or dean. I am currently teaching adults how to improve their writing skills. I also teach young students with autism in a primary school during the day. Outside of work, I enjoy reading, writing, and spending time with my husband and 3 teenage sons. I am passionate about equipping God's people to communicate clearly through writing. Same information. It's just more exact details. The medium one said, or the mediocre one said, "Hello, my name is Carla and I live in Arizona." Okay, that's fine. It sounds good. But if I was writing or I was speaking in front of a group of people, I would rather have said, "My name is Professor Carla Dunham and I live in Arizona in the United States of America." That is more detailed and it tells my title. So, okay, let's see. I've been an educator for 22 years, serving in a variety of roles. That's a lot better than saying I've had a lot of different jobs, because roles, um, ranging from classroom teacher to principal or dean, that indicates that it's not just a job. A job is something that we go and we do, we get paid for, we go home. But roles are what you actually do during the day and how it just gives a better detailed idea. Plus, it also improves your word count when you use more detailed language. Um, at the top, when it says, I like to read, write, and spend time with my family, well, people don't know. They know I like my family. They know I have a family. Um, but at the bottom one, it says, outside of work, I enjoy reading, writing, and spending time with my husband and 3 teenage sons. That gives a better idea of what my family is. It's not just my sister and I. It's, oh, she has a husband and 3 teenage sons. Oh my, that's a lot. That's really neat. I didn't know she had 3 teenage sons. I've got 3 teenage sons. So something to relate to, maybe. It's just when you're writing, make sure you put in the little details like that. It makes it more enjoyable to read. That's what that example is trying to show you. We have the first one, kind of scary. The second one, which is still good, but the third one is much, much better. Hopefully that will help you when you're doing your writing. Also, that's was included some of the top 10 tips for writing the college essays. It's definitely putting more details in. Okay, so we talked about a little bit about the diagnostic essay and the narrative essay. The diagnostic essay, let's see, I'm going to be switching screens while I'm talking. Diagnostic essay, let's see. That's the one that you'll email me. That is not a that's not one for a grade necessarily. So, technicalities, do you really have to turn it in? No, but I would like for you to, because I want to get to know you. I want to know some of your personality because this is me talking a lot today, and I it's very hard to get to know people online. And so this would be a wonderful way for me to get to know you. Um, I'm going to bring up a sample diagnostic essay. And wow, I'm just throwing so much information at you. I think because I'm excited, because I know what's coming. So, um, again, don't stress. Um, okay, so this paper here would be something that you could turn in here. Okay, hopefully you can see the whole thing. This is all. This is all that is really expected of a diagnostic essay. The first page is a title page. The second page is a little bit about me being a teacher. And uh, if I was to turn this in, I would hope that my professor would read it and understand how much I really love teaching. So I'll just read it really quick. The first page is the title page. And up at the top corner, I know it's tiny. I'll blow it up in just one moment. There's a page number 1, and then there's this thing called a running head. I'll explain that later to you. Now I'm going to blow it up and show you what goes on the first page. Okay, so it's a title page. It's like a cover page that we use to show, it when you turn in reports, you need to have some sort of cover page. This is just practice. So you would put the title of your um, diagnostic essay, or you could even just write diagnostic essay. You don't have to have a title. I just found one because it seemed to fit. And then you put your name, you put a space and put your name on it, and what your college is, Fully Equipped Bible Institute. And the next line down, you would put your number, letter number, or code for your class, WI0126, English Composition 101. You would put your professor's name and that the date that it's due. I just put January 11th because I was just writing it. So technically it would be whatever next Friday is, which is the 16th. Okay. So I'm showing you this, and I will send it to you. I'm showing you this because after this class, you will be taking other classes as well. And they want you to start using, this is called APA style writing. So they'll be wanting you to have cover pages on your essays and such. That's not the main diagnostic essay I wanted to show you, but that is a little bit of what the cover page is. Okay, going to the next page. Got a page number and a running head. I have my title. Okay, so when I thought, how how should I do this? How should I show them exactly what I want? Um, I started sketching out on some paper. What do I want to talk about? Do I want to talk about my family? Do I want to talk about classes? Do I want to talk about being a teacher? And I decided that a little bit of what I wanted to share was being a teacher. And because it's what I do during the school day, and then at home, I have my family, and I also do this on the weekends. So I thought, well, I'm going to um, write about being a teacher. So I sketched out a little bit of where I wanted to go with that. And then after I got some ideas, I started writing. So let me go ahead and shrink it down a little bit more. Hopefully you can see that. It says, a day in the life of a dedicated teacher. I've always believed that teaching isn't just a job, it's a responsibility. Every morning I wake up knowing the work I do matters, not only for my students' education, but for their confidence, their growth, and sometimes even their happiness. Teaching students with autism presents challenges I didn't anticipate when I first started. Some days are exhausting. Some days it feels like nothing's working. And yet, those moments when a student finally understands something or expresses themselves in a way they couldn't before make every struggle worthwhile. So, just a little bit of an introduction of what my normal day could be like. I remember one afternoon when a student who usually kept to himself shared a drawing he had made. The pride in his eyes was unmistakable, and for a moment the frustration of paperwork, lesson planning, and constant adaptation melted away. That single moment reminded me why I continue to show up every day, even when I'm tired or uncertain. That was sort of like the climax of my so called essay. And it shows that, it is hard days, but there are good joys as well. Being a teacher is not just about lessons and grades, it's about being present. It's about understanding that each student is unique with their own needs and strengths and helping them reach their potential. And as I reflect on my work, I realize that teaching has shaped me as much as I have shaped my students. So that was my conclusion, and it just kind of wraps everything up and describes where I let's see, get this. Whoops, sorry. It keeps bouncing from being big to little. Um, where I'm coming from. Little introduction. Does it talk about um other parts of my life? No. But it's just a little piece, just a little introduction. And I would take this, polish it up, and email it you would email yours to me. And I'm going to email this to you as well. So when you do your diagnostic essay, which is due next Friday, just something small. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything big. You notice there's no references, there's no bibliographies or reference pages. Um, just a little blurb. If you are unclear about how to do the title page, that's okay too. Just make sure somewhere on your paper is your name so I don't so I don't lose it in my stack of papers. Okay. You pick something that is about you. It is something that you have lots of interest in, something that you would like to share. On the other example that I had about where I live in Arizona, um, if you could also email me of where you live. I know I asked and you guys introduced where you're from. I just want to know a little bit more if there's some people know a general area, like you know where the United States is, but where in the United States? I live in Arizona, it's the Southwest. So something like that. Just email me a little blurb, not not an essay about it. The essay is just about your diagnostic essay. What? Uh-huh.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Um,
Grace and peace be with you, Reverend Dr. Kala.
hello, hello. How are you?
Well, fighting. We keep fighting and praying.
That's right. That's
So
right.
the ja so what is the deadline to give the diagnostic essay?
I have missed you these past few weeks. You are early for class.
Say
You
again?
you are early for your class. You're
Yeah.
you're in the wrong class so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can email me one. I'm sure that you would do wonderful. But yeah, you're in the wrong class. You are supposed to be in advanced English 102, and
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
that starts in about 27 or 37 minutes.
So it will start later. So that's the email. That's what. So let me send you an email. I'm confused.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. I was wondering about that. Um, I didn't see that you joined us because I was screen sharing at the time.
Yeah, because so my class will start at after 1 hour.
In about a half an hour, in 30 minutes,
Okay,
right?
okay, got
And
it, got
and
it.
t tell me what time it is there.
It's 10, 20 minutes.
It's
10:20
10:20 p.m.
a.m. now.
Oh, okay. Phew. Okay. It is 8:20 um a.m. here. Okay. So you start in 30 minutes.
Okay, I got it. I will be back.
Okay. Sounds great.
Amen.
Thank you. Sorry. I had him last semester. Um, now I have no idea what I was doing. Um, oh, he's he is a jokester and he would always make me laugh and
I
it was fun. So,
Yeah, our
um,
class is almost being canceled as well, if I'm not mistaken. I was called by Professor Mayer that this class should be canceled and should be starting on March. And then suddenly they say that it's okay again, so I can start like this week. That's what she said.
correct
So I think
because
yeah, it's
yeah,
a schedule because
we
of the times and everything.
yes, and you're right. And I'm glad that she called you again because um I was disappointed because it doesn't matter to me how many students are enrolled, but they wanted to wait till some more enrollments came and then they did. And so I'm glad that she called you and let you know that that the class was still on. So
Yeah.
that could be what he was saying. Um I just know that the time is a little off sometimes. He I thought that he was from somewhere else. And so I'm not really good at the time changes and trying to figure out who's where and it's just a little bit overwhelming for me. Um,
It's 11:30 here by my time, PM.
oh, it's PM.
Yeah, it's PM.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
11:26 now.
oh, okay, okay. Wow. That's really, really late. And I am very proud of you for staying up and
Thank
listening to
you.
me. I'll try to wow. Wow, 5:30. Holy moly. Um,
I'm ahead of you. You're
yes,
still
you
early in the morning.
oh my goodness. Okay. I will have to remember that and try to keep the class lively enough to keep you awake.
It's okay. This one is okay. Because the other one, the other class that I had with Professor Victoria, it was
Mm-hmm.
1 a.m. in the morning.
No, that's incredible. I'm not sure. Wow, I'm not sure I could be that dedicated. I wow. The
Okay, that
thought
was
of
the only.
uh,
I've got only two classes because I don't have enough time to do all the classes, so that's what I need to do.
that's amazing. I've actually thought
Thank you.
of doing earlier classes, like where I would get up super, super early and
Hmm.
do it in the middle of my night because it just seems like so many have late classes and I don't want to keep people up. But, afternoon, evening time, that seems a little bit better, but nighttime, oh my goodness. You're very good. Oh my.
And actually, I'm glad you have this evening classes. I mean, for me, it's evening. It's just a suitable time for me because usually I will have to work during the day, so nighttime is the best time.
Oh, good. Okay. Good. Yes, definitely amazing.
Thanks, T.
Oh, okay. Now let me try to close my mouth from being astonished. And that's that's a I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. That's so encouraging.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I am going to pull up a few more items here. I have to open them on my computer first and then open them up in Zoom. So, um, if I ever lose people, don't worry, I will get back on. I don't, I'm not really the best at this um, computer thing, but I try. Okay, I just have a few more things to talk about, and I'm pulling them up. Come on. Okay. All right. Here we go. Put that down. I have to pull them up on my computer and then I've got to pull them up on the Zoom. Okay. So this is just something to look at. Okay, we download the course textbooks. We listed on there. Before our next class, complete the quiz, read the books. Now this one, it looks like I made a mistake. It says read chapters 1 and 2. So that's why I said either read chapters 1 and 10 or 1 and 2. Go ahead and read chapters 1 and 2. I have made a mistake on the other one. I need to go and correct myself. 1 and 2 for both books. Complete the diagnostic essay and email it to the professor. Begin writing the outline of your rough draft of the narrative essay, which is what I will be talking about in the next few minutes. Okay, all writing should have the following. When you turn it in, make sure that you use 12-point font. Doesn't have to be big. use Times New Roman font. Even though I love some of the other cute fonts, this is the one that is APA approved. I believe APA stands for American Psychological Association, which I don't know why they invented a way to write. Double spacing and 1-inch margins. On the most papers that I do, you'll see that everything is double spaced between the end of the writing, like right here, and the next part. I put an extra space in there just to make it stand out. But everything should be double spaced. 1-inch margins on all sides, top, bottom, both sides. Okay. Are there any questions about that? Because that's going to be your standard for all papers, including in your other classes. Even if they don't say it, that should be your standard. Okay. I'm going to stop share that. All right. Share the next one. Mm,
Sorry, Professor.
yes,
So for the quiz, you're going to email us personally, right? You're not going to post it on the student login, right?
correct.
Okay.
That is a great question. The quizzes are online. They're on your classroom, and you should be able to find the quiz link fairly easily. If you are unable to find where the quizzes are,
Um,
let me know by email, and I
it's
will.
down below. Just
Yes,
wanted.
yes. Okay, good. Um,
Yeah.
and then the results, they should pop up right after you do the last question. It should give you how many you got right. And
Mm-hmm.
also if 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 I'm not mistaken, I think you could take it over again if you wanted to. Um,
Yeah,
okay.
correct. It's just, but yeah, I found it a little bit unfair because the answer already. Like, can
Yeah,
we really do that? It's just not being honest then,
yeah, that's true. True. Um,
right?
but now when I email you our class discussion, you'll
Hmm.
have the answer. Well, I mean, sorry, you'll have the assistance you need. So make
Hmm.
sure to have that available and ready to look at.
Hmm.
Because I am more concerned with your writing than I am at how well you answer quiz questions.
Hmm.
This is not a test in can you spit back your knowledge to me. This is a
Yeah.
this is a class on writing.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's look at what is a narrative essay. We'll briefly go over this, and then I will give you a short exercise to do. This says, what is narrative essay? A narrative essay is a type of writing that tells a story. Unlike other essays that argue points or analyze subjects, a narrative essay tells a personal story much like a storyteller. The main goal of this essay is to entertain and engage the reader by recounting interesting events in a clear, coherent manner. It often reflects the writer's personal experience, allowing them to express themselves creatively and compellingly. Narrative essays use vivid descriptions in a structured plot, including characters, a setting, a climax, and a conclusion to bring the story to life. So, I don't, I wanted to use someone's essay that they did last semester, but I didn't get permission to use it yet, and they haven't checked their email. But it was amazing. They were telling of a situation that happened during a counseling kind of counseling with a friend, and they were touched by what they were um, she was trying to help her friend, but her friend actually started was able to help her, and she didn't realize that they had so much in common, even though they had been friends forever. They had so much in common. And so she told the story about um, how just sharing with each other meant so much and it strengthened their relationship. And so I'm sorry I don't have more details for you, but that's a narrative essay. It's just something that um, she began with a hook um, to grab the reader's attention about how she was going to help her friend and they were going to work things out. Um, and then you set the scene, you tell what it's about, what anything background knowledge that might help. Um, the thesis statement, it's basically about what the whole thing is going to be about or what what uh, what the topic is. And then it went in chronological order. She told me her day and how the little meeting went. Character development, you can tell a little bit about um, what the person is like or what the situation is like. Vivid descriptions. Remember, we talked about that with introducing myself, that like where I live. I could also go into even more vivid descriptions that it's the desert and we have um, not very many trees. We've got cactus and that it was dry that day and um, building the plot. Make sure to tell the story. It doesn't have to be a true story, but it's usually easier if you do tell a true event, something that meant a lot to you. And the climax, make sure you build up, tell the story, and then end your story with something significant that you learned. The let's see, there we go. It's like you're the storyteller and you're telling someone something wonderful or um, something that you learned that was important to you, or you're just telling about you're like retelling about a certain event that happened. Um, Perhaps it was um, like gardening, and you were thinking that you were planting something for later, but when the plants finally came up, it was something totally different. And what you learned from that was this or that. Gosh, there's so much you could talk about. Maybe talk about something that happened at church during your lessons, something that you learned and how you were able to apply it to your life. There's so much that you could talk about. And really, this is just trying to get used to writing. So you've got a diagnostic essay, just a little bit about yourself. The narrative essay, tell me a story. Um, And then we have this other one. Let me stop sharing. This is a little exercise. This next part is something very short. Something very short. It's going to be 1 or 2 sentences. And this is the most writing that you'll be doing in 1 week for the semester, for the 10 weeks. This is the most writing that you guys will be doing. The diagnostic, you're not writing a narrative essay complete right now. You're just getting some ideas. But you are writing the following our narrative techniques to use in your writing: character development, plot structure, setting, point of view, dialogue, and theme. Write a short narrative piece, 500 to 750 words or 800 or something, on a personal experience. Apply the narrative techniques listed above to your writing. Pay attention to the following elements: engaging introduction, strong character development, clear plot structure, vivid descriptions and sensory details, and a satisfying conclusion. I made a mistake on when this one was due. This one's due in week 3. So breathe. You're okay. The only thing due, I'm sorry about the mistake and panicking you. The only thing due by Friday is the diagnostic essay. I was thinking
Okay.
about another assignment. So this is for getting ideas for your narrative essay. Gosh, I hope I didn't make you panic too much. So let me breathe. Let me rephrase. Let me start over and tell you what is due for Friday: the quiz and the diagnostic essay, just a short story about yourself. The other ones, we're going to be going over more of the narrative for week 3. We're going to do that next week. I got ahead. I told you I was excited, but we'll have to go over that. We'll do that in week 2. So I started getting really way before myself. I just wanted to let you know what's coming. But okay, so before we close, does anyone have questions, which I'm sure you might?
Yeah, I just want to confirm that we have to read the first and the 10th chapter, right?
Um,
Chapter 1 and chapter 10.
you can read chapter 1 and chapter 10. They both apply to this. If someone reads chapter 1 and chapter 2, that's okay as well. It's just a typo that I made. I'm really being superhuman here right now. I'm made a mistake on that as well. I typed out chapter 10, but then on another paper I put chapter 2. So
Mm-hmm.
you can do chapter 1 and chapter 2. That would make sense.
Okay, so it's chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Correct. I will go
All
back
right.
and I will fix that before sending it out to you on the syllabus. See, there's always room for improvement. I can definitely improve.
So we've got 3 assignments: reading, essay, and quiz.
Correct. Yes, correct.
Mhm.
And that's
Okay.
yeah, that should be good. Reading the chapters, do the quiz, and the short diagnostic essay. And don't go crazy with it. Don't think that it has to be something magical. Um, just just talk to me in writing, and you can email that to me. There's nowhere to turn it in on on the website. So email that to me whenever you want, um, whenever you get done with it. And I will be correcting it as far as like grammar, but as far as content, that's not for me to correct because it's your personal story. If you want to try to do the title page, you can try that. It's not required yet, but it's always fun to try to figure that stuff out ahead of time. Um, Ronell and Tommy, do you either of you have any questions? Have I confused you completely?
Hi, Prof. No, I'm okay. I think Ellen asked all the questions behalf of us.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
afraid I
glad.
talk too much here.
No. It's, oh, I just get so excited and I want to just share everything with you and then I overshared and oh my goodness. Thank you for asking all the questions because that really does help.
Just
Uh,
bear with me. I ask a lot of questions.
good. Good. It'll keep me on my toes. And it's we're all human and if this was a perfect class, you could just push play and do it online, but this is a real live class and so oy, that's funny. Okay, well, I really am here by email for as many times as you need me. There have been times that I've had back and forth conversations with people. Um, I don't know how to do WhatsApp. That's one more thing I need to work on, but I do almost do email like it's chat. So, I am available, definitely. Um, yeah, if anybody has any questions throughout the week, just go ahead and ask. And if not, I will look forward to having the diagnostic essay sent to me. I will get these papers, well, they're not papers. I'll get this information, all the information that I threw at you, out to you, hopefully today. That would be nice. If not, it will be Monday. And I will see you next Saturday, and that will be at sometime during the day or night. It's morning for me here. So,
It's good.
yeah,
It's good.
if you show up in jammies, I totally understand.
It's good. I don't know what happened with my camera. I'm in PJ right now.
See, I love that. I love that. That's too cute. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pray so we can either get going on our day or go to bed. So, Heavenly Father, thank you for the work we did today, for the lessons learned and the moments of growth, and definitely for the laughter as we get to know each other. Go with us as we leave this room. Um, Help us carry patience, kindness, wisdom, into the rest of our week. Um, help us give ourselves patience and kindness. Keep us safe, focused, and thoughtful in all that we do. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Professor Carla. What an amazing session. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All
Thank you
right.
so much, Professor. It was an awesome class. In the beginning, it seemed it's a bit overwhelming, but as we went on, it became easier.
Oh, good,
Exactly.
good. I'm
I was
glad.
so nervous before the class. I was like, what? I'm okay. English class. Oh my God.
Exactly. Oh, and then I was nervous because things that I've thought that I've said, no, I haven't said that yet. And then I just got all excited and then just kept talking and oh my goodness. So thank you for your patience.
Thank you for your dedication.
Oh, thank you. All right.
So
We'll see you guys
okay,
next
we'll
Okay.
meet
week.
again
See
next
you.
week.
Let's see.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Bye.
Bye, Alan.
everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.